What's up, guys, and welcome back to Tackling the World. There's a lot of rain on the forecast, so this week we've been frantically kind of trying to get as much as we can done. This week we got rid of all the blackberries. These are pretty much all cleared. It's just the very bases of them now, so we are going to try removing them with Diggy Smalls. This whole area used to be all blackberry, all the way to here where that old planter bed was. It was just blackberries. And I know people are going to ask, why are we getting rid of the blackberry bush? This variety is super invasive. It's kind of taken over the entire West Coast. It grows so fast, and I don't want to deal with it getting worse, coming back constantly. I know it's going to be probably a problem for the foreseeable future because, like I said, it's all over the West Coast, so all of our neighbors have it. But at least when they're little baby plants, it's easier to pull those out versus these huge roots. Those aren't fun. These roots are pretty thick and pretty long. Everything's pretty dug up, so now we'll just have to clean all this. Look at this. Huge, fat roots. The roots are as fat as this. These are freaking huge. Oh man. You guys make so much noise. We're trying to get all those roots out so that they don't come back up, but we'll see. If you guys remember, that bush used to be massive, and we didn't quite film what it originally looked like. And when we removed that garden bed, we had to cut it back so that there was enough space for us to work there, get rid of the rotten garden bed. And then we kind of left the rest because it did have some blackberries growing and we wanted to eat them. But now that it is winter, we want to get rid of them completely and plant something better. Could always plant more native plants here. Plus, they just take up so much space. They grow out of control. They're constantly popping up, and it's not something I want to spend the rest of our homesteading life dealing with. So we also started on terracing the hillside.
All right, next thing, we have this entire little hillside here that gets a lot of sun during the day. Right now it's the end of the day, so we're still getting some sun here. But I already started. I'm going to do a little terrace, a little mini one, so we can plant some trees here, maybe some fruit trees and whatnot, so we can have a nice row of them. This gets a lot of sun, so I've already started here. Look at the terrace, kind of just maybe 3 feet wide, something like that. Also put some like a little retaining wall using some of the trees that I'm about to go cut down and lay it across, catch the dirt in there. Be a little nice little terrace, probably maybe 30-40 feet. We got a lot of space.
We didn't get too far with that one, but hopefully once the rain is gone, we can keep working on that. It's gonna be a tiny terrace, a little practice before we try to do that huge terrace on the other hill. We're currently planning to put some fruit trees there and then, fence off that area so the deer and the bears can't get to it. We also built some furniture out.
Now I'm gonna make a workbench for the garage. I've been needing one. I don't have a workbench in here at the moment. You can take a look at the garage. It's kind of a mess, but yeah, I want to put a couple workbenches, but today I'm just gonna make one. I want to put one right here for my fishing workbench. Probably have another workbench for all the tools and such, and probably organize a little more. I did add that organization rack recently, so but still yet to be organized a bit more. But I got this to make it easier when making a workbench. I got this kit that comes with just a bunch of brackets. Comes with all the hardware you need, and you just need to buy all the 2x4s. And this is fully constructed with 2x4s and a piece of plywood. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna follow this, make it really simple. Just need to cut everything to size. Super easy DIY project. I think I'm just gonna follow this to a T. It tells you what sizes you need to cut the boards and all of that, so it's so easy. Okay, so I need 4 of them at 45 inches. Oh wow, so it even tells you to use 2x4 8-footers, and then from 2 of them you take the 45 and then just a little extra piece, and then the next one you take the 58 17 inch, and then yeah, so it tells you so you don't have excess, or you're not short on your boards. How long the workbench will be. This is essentially how long the workbench will be this way. And then add a little bit, another 3 inches on both ends. But that's good, good size. All right, just gonna cut the rest of these boards. Okay, I got all my 2x4s cut to size. And next I gotta cut the plywood. I have this half sheet plywood, which is 48 by 48 inches. And this is probably the hardest cut you're gonna have to make with this kit. One of them will be the tabletop, and then there'll be a lower kind of shelf. And yeah, so I'm gonna use my circular saw for that and just rip it straight in half. Okay, there it is. Okay, so now we start using these brackets. They just slide in like that. And these are for the legs. Just gotta make sure that they have even spacing. And it comes with these screws here. Self-drilling. It says no pre-drilling required. So we're just gonna smash them in there. Do have to make sure it's in the right orientation. So I'm just kind of picturing these are the longer ones for the back of the legs, the back legs. So if I put them in, turn them, go together. I just noticed this is crooked. It's bent, this actual little bit. I was wondering why the screws were going in crooked, but we're almost there. Now let's see if this kind of fits in there. Pretty much have all the brackets in. I just have to put in a few more screws, but I'm gonna check the level here. It looks pretty good. We're not on a perfectly level surface, this garage floor anyways, so this bracket might be just a slightly high because there's a little edge there. That's good, that's good. The structure of the table is pretty much done. Still have to put the tabletop on and have to notch this out here so that'll slide in. Same thing on the other side, and then same thing with the bottom ones, all 4 corners for the bottom. pretty good. And I guess this guy goes across the top. And I'll put the pegboard that's just back there, and I'll use it for here. And that is it, completed. And that's a really easy way to make a workbench or any kind of table. Great for, I think, any kind of beginner people that want to make their own workbench or table. I've made tables before on my own, just taking measurements myself and all that stuff, but it does take a little bit more time to think about and kind of configure how you want to do it, but that's also fun too. If you want to do a quick DIY one, I suggest one of those bracket kits. Got some wood stain. Alright, the stain is all done on this, and I've already put one layer of clear coat finish. I gotta put another layer. So you can see I put that pegboard. The one that was on the wall, I actually just spray painted it with this black spray paint, and yeah, it looks great. I like that. And I'll get some accessories for the pegboard, and maybe I'll get some wheels for some tires for the bottom. Now, yeah, I like it. Got pretty good space, pretty good size. Might add some shelves, things like that, but this will do.
I was working on the entryway. There was this massive cabinet. I don't think I ever took any actual footage of it. It was just really big, really bulky, and it only had 2 shelves for shoes. It still only has 2 shelves for shoes, but now it's a bench and it looks so much cuter.
We took our shoe rack, cut it in half because it was very tall. Cut it in half because Jocelyn wanted to make it into a bench. Go ahead, demonstrate. And then with the top half, turn it into a coffee table. So we got a little 2-in-1.
Didn't take too much footage of that project. I still have to paint it. And then we still had so much wood left over that Taco ended up making a little coffee table that we're either gonna use in here or the guest house. And in a few days, it'll officially be 4 weeks since we started that bar project, meaning primer is fully off gas and I can put the wallpaper and we could be actually done with that project. It's been unfinished for the whole month. And that is going to be everything for this video, and we will see you guys next week.